With the iOS 15 and watchOS 8 public betas now available for testing, it's time for us to get an early look at some of the features coming to Apple's biggest platforms. While the next watchOS might not represent as significant a change as iOS 15, it does bring new health and fitness tools, along with tighter iPhone integration. If you're rethinking of checking out the public beta for yourself, make sure you've considered the risk of running preview software. Those who simply can't wait for a stable public version of the upcoming platform can sign up for Apple's beta program and install the builds now, provided you have an Apple Watch Series 3 or newer, along with an iPhone running the iOS 15 beta. Apple's new health-centric features could interest those looking for a more holistic approach to well-being. The company has renamed its Breathe app to Mindfulness, adding Reflect to the existing breathing exercises. You can set each Reflect session's duration from 1 to 5 minutes. A prompt appears before each session to help you focus your thoughts, along with the button to begin. So far, I've seen prompts similar to other meditation guides that tell you to be aware of your thoughts and let them pass without judgment. Some other examples include think of someone you care about. Imagine you can feel your connection with them and consider the values that matter to you in something you refocused on. Then, a colorful swirling animation takes up the screen. I usually just lean back and close my eyes at this point, but if you continue to stare at your watch, the animation is a nice distraction that's almost hypnotizing. When your time is up, the watch vibrates and shows a closing thought tied to the opening prompt, like bring this sense of open awareness with you. You'll also see your heart rate and your total mindful minutes for the day, which includes time spent doing breathe exercises. After 2 mindfulness sessions, my Apple Watch SE said my pulse plummeted from 64 to 47 BPM, which is great, I guess. It does at times feel like a glorified timer, meets fortune cookie, meets Magic 8 Ball, all set to Windows Media Player visualizations. But combined with reminders throughout the day that you can customize, mindfulness can be a valuable tool for checking in with yourself and your state of mind. A few other health-centric additions to watchOS include 2 new workout categories, Tai Chi and Pilates. I've yet to do a session of either exercise, so I can't say how accurately Apple tracks these yet. There are also a couple more features I need more time to get a better sense for, like respiratory rate tracking overnight and walking steadiness. To be clear, the latter isn't specifically a watchOS feature, it uses your iPhone stashed somewhere on your body, but I thought to include it as part of Apple's health updates here. Walking steadiness requires at least 2 weeks of testing before delivering an assessment, so it'll take some time before I get results. A big part of the watchOS 8 update is improved communications tools and integration with your iPhone. Notably, the Messages app now allows you to compose via Scribble, Dictate and Emojis all within the same screen. I scrolled out part of a message, dictated longer parts of it, and added emoji from one page easily. Editing is also less of a hassle than before, thanks in large part to the ability to use the digital crown to control the cursor. Hallelujah! Scrolling back to insert the space or fix a stray V got so much easier. Additionally, there's a new option now to send GIFs in Messages, from the same place you'd send a digital touch, just hit the search glass button and type in your keyword. Communicating with people is also easier now thanks to the new Contacts app, which lets you find specific friends more quickly. If you've set one of iOS 15's new focus modes on your iPhone, the same settings will apply to your watch. People and apps that have been blocked will remain muted on your wrist, and a symbol at the top of the screen indicates which focus mode is active. Contacts isn't the only new app for watchOS 8. Apple is also redesigning Home to make interacting with your connected appliances easier, and bringing find items, find devices, and tips to your wrist. The new OS will also add support for ultra-wideband to enable more precise car key functions like spatial awareness. Plus, the update lets you use your watch as a key for hotels and offices in addition to your home and car, though naturally it only works with compatible buildings and locks. I haven't had a chance to test those features yet. Like its counterpart on iOS, the watchOS Wallet 8 will also support adding your driver's license, which you can use in participating states and agencies in the US when that's more broadly rolled out. In addition to privacy and security concerns around Apple storing your ID on your device, there are also questions here about how likely law enforcers or various authorities are to welcome these digital cards. But that's not something I was able to test with this preview build, given this feature is not accepted in most places at the moment. In addition, I tried out a few other new features on the watchOS 8 beta: portrait watch faces and multiple timers. Similar to how you could create a photos face for Apple Watch before, hit share on a picture on your iPhone, then tap create watch face. If you want the faux depth of field effect on your wrist, you'll need to pick an image shot using your phone's portrait mode. The effect will animate when you rotate the watch dial. Currently, there are only 3 clock styles available for these, and I found modern the least offensive. You can also add a single complication to portrait faces. As for multiple timers, it works. I set a countdown for 3 minutes, then hit back and set another for a minute. They both went off without a hitch. It's funny that something as simple as this took 8 whole updates to get, but at least it's here. Those who use their Apple Watch for cooking timers will appreciate this one. Finally, this isn't quite a watchOS update, but since you need an Apple Watch to use Fitness Plus, the two are intertwined. When you use Fitness Plus on your iPhone or iPad, you'll now be able to watch the exercise videos in picture-in-picture mode. I was also able to resize a panel that was overlaid atop my other apps simply by pinching to zoom. This isn't the biggest update to watchOS, but Apple has made some subtle improvements to its communication apps, and it's also tightened its iPhone integration. I also appreciate the attention paid to different takes on health and well-being. There are still more features to test, like walking steadiness and ID support, but for now the watchOS 8 beta feels like a thoughtful, if small, update that feels